Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today's video is going to be about how to use creativity as a tool for agency. So I referred to agency in my previous video. If you haven't watched that, please go watch it. I'm going to insert the link up here. I included it in one of the ways to get out of a rut. So this video is going to expand a lot more on that. I'm going to start by defining agency and then relating it to creativity and how one can be used to improve the other. Wikipedia defines agency as the capacity to exercise control over one's thought processes, motivation, and actions in order to create a result. Agency is basically the ability one has to take control of their own lives, shape their lives, and determine their outcomes. You feel like things are spinning out of control, you feel sort of hopeless because you're not sure exactly of how to reclaim control in your life, then definitely watch this video. So I see creativity as a tool people can use to get that sense of control that they might need in their life and determine their outcomes or their results, and also influence their confidence, how confident you can feel in yourself. I believe that people can improve on that with creativity. Here are some ways I believe that creativity can be used to get more control in your life. Starting a new hobby. Starting a new hobby is actually a very simple way to gain control in your life because you're doing it for yourself. You get to determine the process. You also get to determine the outcome. Whether it reaches or it does not reach your standard, all of that is up to you. So that can help you feel as if you're gaining more control in your life. And if you're looking to gain more control over your finances, you can think about monetizing your hobby and turn it into a business. No pressure. If you don't want to monetize your hobby, then you don't need to do that. But if you are thinking of gaining more control over your finances, you can start thinking of monetizing your hobby. You can start writing, you can start journaling, painting, drawing, learning from different sources. You can start teaching people. The list is pretty much endless. Pick a hobby that really resonates with you and just follow through with that. Creativity can also be used in the area of personal development. When it comes to things like processing your emotions, learning how to regulate your emotions, there are a lot of creative practices that you can do in order to achieve those results. Things like writing, you can start writing. And I feel like a lot of people have this resistance to writing because they feel like their work needs to be perfect before they can show other people, or they feel like they need to reach some acclaimed status before they can become writers. But writing is literally for everyone and anyone. So if you feel like you want to express your emotions through writing, then of course you can go ahead and do that. If you want to maybe join a community of writers, I do recommend joining Substack. I'm on Substack and I'm going to put my handle in the description. I personally use writing as a way to process my emotions. You can also use some creative practices like journaling to learn how to emotionally regulate yourself. You can do yoga. You're developing yourself. You're going to feel like you have more control over your emotions, and that's like the perfect way to feel like you have control over your life. Social activism. This one is very important because most times when you feel hopeless, when you feel like you barely have any control in your life, it's more like you're in your own head, So if you want to get out of your own head, the best way to do that is to start looking outside of yourself and start looking at areas where you can apply yourself and make a difference, make a change. So if you are passionate about any area in society that you would want to advocate for change, then you can start activism in those areas. Through that, you can start forming a community, you can start meeting new people who are interested in what you are interested in. Rebrand your identity. So seek out new interests and curate your new identity around that. I feel like this is one of the best ways to apply creativity, as a tool for agency. So for me, the best way to rebrand your identity is by envisioning who the person you want to be is, and I have 4 major categories for that: faith, finances, wellness, and community. So the next step is to look at those 4 areas and decide on just one SMART goal that you hope to accomplish concerning that area in a particular time period. So if you want to go higher than 1, you can take 3, but I do not recommend doing more than 3 goals because then things can get really overwhelming. For instance, for finances, you can say I want to save or invest amount of money in like 6 months. The next step for me is to visualize, your goals with a vision board. So those 4 categories, you go on Pinterest, check for pictures that vision the reality that you're trying to create, use them to make your vision board. And the next step is to create affirmations and prayer requests that you're going to be saying and praying daily, so that you can remind yourself. Then the last step is to walk in faith towards the accomplishment of your goals. Like, I feel like that is such a creative way to apply agency in your life, because then you feel like you have the ability to change your situation. If you're in a circumstance that you do not like, you're not satisfied with, then you can start working on changing it. So I really hope this video helps to inspire someone to believe and act like they have the ability to change and shape their own lives. And it doesn't have to be all serious. It can be fun, it can be creative, it can be however you want it to be. All that matters is that you have an open mind and you're expressing yourself creatively. Because like I said in my previous video, I do believe that all of us are creators, and one thing that we're born on this earth to do is to create. So decide to create intentionally. Decide to create some level of control in your life and influence the outcomes that you have. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't. Let me know what you think about this video. Thank you guys, and bye. I'll see you in my next video.